look, I've got the old gimbal working. It's about as far as you go there. I'm just going to get me a cup of tea. Need a brewski. Have a quick brew. So there we go. So I'll get the microphone on as well later. So what have we got on today? I'll show you what's happening down at the lake in a minute. She's had a good draining. I've turned one of the siphons off, so we've now just got 2 siphons going, and that's bringing it down at an absolutely perfect rate, and super happy with it because I think it'll be just perfect as we come into the weekend. 3 was just pushing out too much water, and it was better if I just put the 2 on. Also, as I said, that Leany pond was barely handling that water. So if I'd have left the 3 going, it would have flooded over the causeway. It does mean, again, although I've got to do that work over on the river, I've also going to have to raise that bank there. So I'm going to use the same method for both areas. I've got some very big, sort of 300 to 400 mil tree trunks, dead straight, like super straight. I've got quite a few of them around the property, so I'm going to use them. I'm going to line the banks on both sides, on the river and on the top of the Leany pond. Get some 10 mil rebar, drive that in, and then bend it over to hold them in place. And then I've got there's a load of good hardcore and stuff on the site that I can dig out with clay and rock, and I'm going to then use the dumper, fill between the trees on both areas, and make a super solid hard bit of bank. I think that'll solve me problems, and should all be cushy. So yeah, so I've got the swimming pool to set up, which is going to be set up over here. Set the swimming pool up today, fill it before this water goes too low, because it's obviously much easier when to get the pump set up. Although looking at it, it was -4 again last night, so it's pretty bloody chilly, and I expect the pump's bloody frozen. But hey ho, I didn't empty it yesterday. I should have done, and again, I know better. But well, the sun's on now, so it should be fine. Set the swimming pool up, fill it up. I only need a 1.5 foot of water maximum in there. It doesn't need too much. Set that up out there, out the way, all ready to rock and roll. What else is on my agenda today? What else have I got? I was going to actually go and get some of them trees. So I've got the keys for the big machine. I might sort that out and then get some of them trees ready and down. I'm going to strop them onto the dumper and in lengthwise across the bucket, and then take them round there, drop the bucket and lay them reverse back and lay them down. So I think that's the only easiest way without having to track the machine up and down like a nightmare, because it'll just do too much damage to the bank. But anyway, that's the agenda for today. I'm going to crack on with it, and hopefully you'll be able to see a bit more of it today, because I can do a bit more videoing with this gimbal in full sort of operation. Yeah. Oh, and I brought this over today. Look, I brought the old Buggy. Brilliant bit of kit. Done us proud so many times. Causes a lot less damage on the trails. Can get absolutely everywhere, and he's a bloody good bit of kit. So anyone up for buggies for their properties or lakes, I looked at multiple different ones. This is a U-Force 1000, so it's a Chinese brand, but I think they're involved with making Husky's engines. So they're decent motors, and they're, for what you get with them, I've got a full cabin and heater and everything in this. They're about 10 grand cheaper over here than it is to get a Polaris or something like that. So a lot easier, and I've done 2,000 kilometers on it now, so it hasn't missed a beat. I'm saying that, it'll probably bugger up. Anyway, all right, I'm going to crack on. Catch you. Bye-bye. Look at that, still going absolutely perfect this morning. I took the left hand one out as we were looking at it last night and just undid the cap. And look, there's even a bit of cat ice on the Leany pond, look. So it was a pretty chilly one, but water level right up on the pond now. Look, it's right up on that bank over there. It's as high as it could possibly be. So that's why I've got to amend that and put a more solid bank in there, slightly higher. It'll make it a lot better. So this is the bottom main gate valve of the Leany pond. Simple, super simple one. It literally is just this just has this little screw cap, There's that little screw cap that goes on it. Super easy, but that's at full flow, which is fantastic. And then we've got this one more along here. So that's coming off the upstand that I've set up there, which is what I'm going to then set up in that top lake. And yeah, we've got that coming out from what is this sort of little half measure, this little monk system. So it's pretty much, it's maxing out, but it's handling it, which is fantastic. So 2 siphons, perfect to just keep the height of the main lake, the top lake dropping just at a nice rate, and for this to evacuate it perfectly. So tickety boo. All right then, pulls up. Pretty quick operation. With my new gimbal, if you noticed, went a bit faster than usual. Yeah, bloody marvellous. Worked out how to use it last night, and I'm very impressed with it. And does all this face recognition and follows you. So yeah, bloody what a great bit of kit. Unbelievable, I tell you. In fact, I use for all my fishing photography now. I mean, I was a huge fan of using like a big DSLR and to carry around it's a really nice Nikon, and carry around all my own gear. And I had a system for doing self takes, which was, well, I think pretty spot on, and used to get me some great photos. But it was a lot of rigmarole, load of gear. With these new 14 Pros, 15 Pros, iPhones, etc., the quality of the camera system is so bloody good. And I set mine up with voice control. So I then have I set this process for the camera to, I give it a voice control, which I say is, you know, like make a shot or photo or video, and I've got it set to take 10 photos, one every 2 seconds. And especially on portrait, you can then go back in, you can alter f-stop, you can alter all the exposures, you can just about do everything with it. And I just have to carry my phone and a charger. Oh, I've always got a lithium battery with me. Now with this gimbal, it's even better because I'm going to try and activate voice control to be able to have it set up to, hopefully, I've got to look into this, maybe even switch it on, get it filming and get it going. So incredible, absolutely incredible. Anyway, here I am, it's warm, I've just been flat out, I've got a Grimbergen, and look what my wife got me, look. Oh, I can't bloody wait. Hey, look, I've got sushi. Hey, look at that, look. Beautiful sushi for lunch this afternoon. So I'm gonna get the old nasal clearer out here with the old what the bloody hell is it? That stuff that blows your head off, which I love. I'm gonna slap it all over me sushi, and yeah, my nose will be going up my backside. Here we go. Bloody marvellous. So, pulls up, pulls down, job's a gudgeon. I've just noticed that Siphons, one of them, a bit shorter, is just starting to vortex. I don't want them to stop, because the way in which I've got it set now is as long as you can have it under the water, I can just slide an end onto it and extend it and it'll still keep drawing. So I'm going to do that and get that all set up and ready as soon as I've had some lunch. Obviously if it starts drawing in too much water with that vortex, then it'll just stop the siphon, and then I've got to reset it and rejig it, which isn't, again, it's not too much of an issue, but I don't really want to do that. I've got them going now. With the 2 siphons going in the 3 hours or so that I've been here today, I've probably lost a couple of inches of water. But as you can imagine, as the water, the size surface area goes down, it comes down quicker, because obviously the lake's getting smaller and smaller. What I'd like to do is get it to about 3/4 of a metre, about a metre deep, for Sunday. It's the perfect depth to cast the net. If it's too shallow, you're drawing too much silt, your lead lines. We've only got 2.5 metre nets here anyway, but the lead lines are too far back, and it's just, you end up drawing, and then the lead line lifts and the fish get out. So about a metre's good for us. There are some snags and shit out here, which when we originally got the property, I was out there, I chainsawed them all off, but of course fish are getting in there and eroding around it, and so there's little snags. So I have to be in my suit, I have to be in the water, and you're constantly going around where the lead line is and just lifting it quickly over them snags so that we're not losing fish. If we don't get everything that we want and we think that there's a load more fish in there, we'll have to do 2 nettings. And worst case scenario is we just pull the pin and we empty the lake. It doesn't take a lot when you've only got that 1 metre in, with this smaller surface area. So we can do that if we have to. I'd rather not, to be honest. So yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to shut up. And I'm going to eat the rest of my sushi and drink my beer, and then crack on again, get them siphons rejigged and fill up this tank. I've already fed the fish, actually. They were all bubbling when I got here this morning, so they really like this sun on them. So I've given them a bit more feed. Apart from in here, I haven't fed these. I normally stop feeding them about a week out in a lake I've got a net, and it stops, you know, hopefully they haven't got as much poo in them, so when you put them in the tank overnight, there's not so much ammonia and nitrate build up in there, which could cause issues for them. And I'm not holding them for very long, so I haven't really got a problem, I don't think. But anyway, all right, I'll catch you. See you. Right, okay. So we're just going to hope that this works all right to show you. What we do here is, because the siphons are starting to draw a little bit of a vortex down here, I know I've got to get something else on there, otherwise it's going to suck in too much air and it's going to stop. So I set up these different pipes, this one can come off of there as well, to give me multiple different lengths, and then I can just slide them onto the end, and that should give me enough to keep the siphon going without having to restart everything, and keeps us on track, because obviously that's a capped end, and although I have got 2 push fits on here, so I can actually then restart it if I need to. If basically these stop overnight for some reason, they suck air in and something happens, I have 2 push fits this end, which then I can take off. I can put a section in there with another push fit end on and increase it, so then I can put the capped end on and prime the whole system. Again, it's a bit of a ball ache and I don't really want to do that. So we've got these little ones and I can add them on, and they get us down to where we need to be. So hopefully this will follow me down here as I put these ends on. I've got 2 of them here. Let's see if we can get down here. Yes, look at that, look. Bloody marvellous. The appliance is science. Who would have thunk it? Oh, Fensmere. With all this technology. Oh, there we go. Right, that one there isn't working. This one is. So what I've got to do, obviously, get this, and it should suck on. Get in. There we go. It's come off. Will work. I just need to get a rock under there to support it, because it's just breaking the seal on it at the moment. So I just need to get something there to support that. Let me there's a rock over there. Let me just do the jobby. Hopefully this then will just support the joint, because at the moment, as the lake bed is getting slightly flatter, it's just pushing that and just breaking the seal on it. So let's get this in here and hopefully we'll be good to go. Oh, this water's cold. Okay, I think we're on. There we go. Yep, we're working. You just straighten that out. There we go. Spot on. Perfect. One on, one extension on. That gives me plenty. Now that should be enough to do the whole drain down. As I say, fingers crossed we won't have a shocker with these overnight and them stop, because it's much bloody easier to do it when it's all a bit too big. Another rock is needed. See if it follows me all the way around here. No, it came out of lost me that time. Where are we? That one? Yeah, that one might be it. Okay. Here we go. Let's get this one on. And then we've got both going, which is staying bloody tastic. And I'm happy then that should be alright. Unless some big carp comes in there and knocks it, we should be good to go. What is bloody chilly? Something to lift that up a little bit more. Oh, I tell you what, it's cold. Baltic is the word. What have I got? What have I do? Maybe this one will do the job. Let me get it down there. All right then, so here we go. We're filling the pool. It's super easy. This I tell you, I've just been chatting to my old mate Marcus, and I've got a load of holes in this hose. Look, obviously this lay flat, but don't worry about that. But this thing is just so bloody good. It doesn't surge like my Honda. I couldn't have it sat over there like that. It'd be going up and down like a fiddler's elbow. It would, surging and carrying on. But this thing is absolutely bloody marvellous. 140 euros, I think that was. I'm going to buy a bloody load of them. Brilliant bit of kit. Right, not sure that you're going to catch these. And there they are, look. Loads of fish. Just loving a bit of sunshine this afternoon. There they are. Absolute rippers. They're loving this bit of sunshine and the lower water levels in this lake at the moment. Bloody ripper. Here they are. Oh, they're all right. Here they come. There's another load just coming in out the back there. Look. I don't know if you can see that all right. These are all not so good from this light, is it? There's a few coming over here as well. There they are. Oh, look, a couple of much better fish. And there's a whole heap of them over the back there in that shallow water. There are a couple of good ones. So these are actually into their start of their C4 year. There's about 60 or 70 of these fish in here. And the rest of the leanies, which are mainly the zips. There's another load over there, look. And the crosses, the Fensmere leanies crosses. Some absolute beauties in here. So it's going to be super exciting this coming weekend. I'm frothing for it. So there you go. They are all the C2 leanies, I would suggest. Looking at the shape and size. Oh, ripper. They look good, Nick. They look in good nick. Fantastic. Oh, you can't see it because I've got my Polaroids on, but I can see zips amongst them. This is going to be quite special. Stay tuned, folks. It's going to be one of them just mega gradings. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh, I just love it. Oh, I love this game. Bloody marvellous. You can see all these again. Look. Loving this sunshine. Absolutely loving this sunshine on their backs. It's a mixture of their early C4s and the C2s. You can see some width and shoulders on a few of them. They're going into the main lake. They're absolute belters. Incredible. They know I'm here. As long as we don't get any heron activity putting holes in them tonight, that'll be all right. Let's keep our fingers crossed.